coming this afternoon to Clinch School. I know that we've got representatives from a lot of different organizations and different places. The opportunity that we have to celebrate this moment with you guys has been a long time coming. So my name is Jason Roach. If you don't know me, I'm the principal of Clinch School. So not only do I get to serve as an educational administrator for the school system, but I also serve as a county commissioner, and on the other side of this project, I was able to be part of the funding body for the county commission. So I get to play two roles, which is really cool to see on both sides. And so I want to first give a shout out to Dr. Brandon Williams. Brandon has been kind of the thought process behind this whole function, and Dr. Williams came to the county commission with a plan to give our students in Hawkins County access to technical education, which we know in the world where we live today, we're lacking in a lot of ways for having those technical skills out in the workforce. And so Dr. Williams came up with this idea to help our school system use some ARPA COVID relief money and some other funding sources to create a technical program. And unfortunately, it didn't get to work out the way that we originally planned, so we went to a plan B. And the plan B was that Clinch School gets a new technical building, and then Cherokee and Volunteer gets additions to their program. So for that, I appreciate Dr. Williams, appreciate all the work he and Seth have done to help plan this project. I know that they put a lot of hours. I have not put that many hours into it, honestly. I get to warm myself by the fires that they're building, so I appreciate them doing that a lot. So I just want to welcome y'all to Clinch School, and we appreciate the investment that our community has in our school. I know some of y'all, this is the first time you've been here, so we want to give you an open invitation to come back, see our school. When the project gets finished, come visit and see what the building looks like when it's done. Not only that, but come watch our kids as they're engaged in learning out there. And right now, I know we've got some kids with us. I see Adria up there that's already involved in a tech program at TCAT. She's a welder. She's probably a pretty skilled welder, I'm sure. And we've got maybe a couple of others out here. So we know our kids are going to benefit greatly from this project, and I just want to thank y'all for being here and helping us celebrate that. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and recognize Ms. Debbie Shedden, our school board representative.
Good afternoon. It's certainly an honor to be here and represent the Hawkins County Board of Education. My name is Debbie Shedden. I'm the Vice Chairman of the Board of Education. This new building and expanding our CTE program here in Hawkins County is the result of a vision that all of us have had to ensure that our students are provided with the skills and the education they need to be successful in the workforce and in life. In 2015 and 16, about 8 years ago, I was fortunate enough to sit on a task force committee in Nashville with the Commissioner of Education at that point, Candace McQueen. And the name of the task force was the Career Forward Task Force. And we met monthly, and we were trying to craft a vision at that point in time for post-secondary and career readiness in our state. And even though it's been 8 years, the results of that task force are why we're here today. It was a great experience for me, and I got to be with 36 leaders from across the state. We all had different ideas and different visions, but in the end, we all came together with a set of expectations, and those expectations are why we're here today. I think all of us know that baby boomers are retiring. It's that age for them, and with them retiring, it is leaving a huge void in our workforce. A large number of skilled jobs to be filled, and what we're going to be doing with this new building at Clinch is we're going to be investing in the future of our students. With teachers, with the assistance of industry partners, this is a win-win-win for us. It's a win for our students, it's a win for our school system, and it's a win for our entire area in that we're going to be increasing skilled labor to go out into our workforce and help our area succeed in the future. And I'm going to close with, I'm a firm believer in CTE. Dr. Williams knows this. Several of you know this. Some jobs that are out there may require advanced degrees. Some may require a 4-year degree, some a 2-year degree, and some may require post-secondary and certification. But ultimately, what we're here for, it's all career education. Everything we do in our school system is about career education, getting our kids ready to go out in the world and succeed. So I'm excited to be here. I'm excited that the board and Dr. Williams and Director Hickson and certainly the county commission, all of our leaders in our area have had a help in this vision, and I'm very appreciative of it. Thank you.
I'm here to thank many of you in the audience here that have supported us both financially behind the vision, have spoken and provided input and feedback to us as we've tried to develop further CTE goals. But I want to start by thanking Dr. Williams and Seth and Patrick. As you know, many of you know, Patrick retired, now semi-retired principal from our area, Cherokee and Greene County. Came back to us and worked with us in student information systems, our attendance office, and then retired and liked and appreciated career tech so much he came back and said, can I help you all with these projects? So I want to thank Patrick for that and for his support in developing these facilities, but also standing behind the vision to provide these opportunities for our students. Dr. Williams has had a unique track in education. Taught beyond teaching, then went into maintenance and facilities, worked with Shannon for a number of years, learned a lot about the inner workings of the school system and how to support in a different way. And he and I had a talk maybe 2 years into me being here, and Brandon said, I have a passion, and my passion is career technical education and vocation. And we started the wheels turning on getting him in the right location to get us where we needed to be with career and technical education. And I don't regret a single day where Brandon's been leading our efforts there because of what he's been able to do with the vision and making these opportunities pan out for our students. Seth is the one here in the front. Seth Roten places all of our students in industry. Mr. Smith has had some students. We've had students in different locations throughout the county, working on boat motors, working on hulls, working on gasoline engines, working on diesel engines, HVAC, welding, you name it. Industry where, as Ms. Shedden mentioned earlier, we need people trained to replace the workforce that's quickly retiring and leaving voids. So this is not only an effort to provide opportunities for our students, it's an opportunity to provide for our community and to keep our students here that are well trained, well positioned, and can fill those spots here locally. So thank you, Seth, Brandon, Patrick. I want to thank our board. If you wouldn't mind, board members, please stand. We've got Debbie Shedden, we've got Rolando Benavides. I didn't think I saw anybody else walk in, but thank you, board. Our support for these types of facilities, it's easy to say I support it, it's easy to say I verbalize that support. It's another thing to put your money where your mouth is, and our board rose to that occasion and provided $2 million from reserves toward these efforts. Along with that, our commissioners, if I could have commissioners that are in the audience, please stand. Jason's one of them. We've got commissioners here who are both new and returning that also stepped up to the plate. Brandon and I at the time went to a commission meeting, and if you've ever stood before commissioners and asked for money, it's not an enjoyable thing to do because they're tasked with taxpayer investments and making sure that that money is wisely used. They quickly saw the passion that Brandon exuded there and our passion to make sure that we're growing these career opportunities, and they they stepped up to the plate as well, also providing a $2 million match of the Board of Education in order to do some of the things that we're doing here in the next several years. So I want to thank our Board of Commissioners and our Board of Education for their support there. We've got special education in the office, in the room here today. We've got representatives from our student attendance. We've got facilities and maintenance, Shannon and John. We have widespread efforts within the school system and within the community for the growth that you're about to see within Career Tech. This is a community effort. I'm proud to stand behind Brandon and lead it, and to make sure that we're doing what we need to open those opportunities for our students and the community. I want you all to watch, come by, as Mr. Roach has said. Anytime you want to come see progress, give Mr. Roach a heads up. We'll gladly show you around. But again, without your concerted efforts, without your collaboration with the school system, these things would not be possible. Our relationship with our technical schools, and I want Charles to stand up and be recognized, we would not be able to be here as well. And we have a very close working relationship with our Phipps Bend division of our TCAT, and couldn't be prouder to have that relationship with them. Many of our Clinch students have cycled through those doors, learning welding, learning other skills. If you remember, there was an article about a female student graduate from here several years ago that was a very successful and is a successful welder to this day because of the skills learned there. We're not looking to replace any of those facilities or programs. We're looking to add and enhance what's already going on with those partnerships. So I want to thank you for working with the Hawkins County School Board and school system. With that, my job is done. I want to thank you for being here. Thank you for taking time out of your day to show your support. Again, it's easy to say, yeah, I support you, Mr. Hickson. I support you, Matt. I support you, Brandon. But being here and being willing to walk and look at what's going to happen and to support it ongoing means a lot. So thank you very much.
So the first part of this, it's not planned, this is a little ad-lib. I gotta say, Mr. Hickson, I appreciate the kind words, and it makes me feel good to know that you don't regret any of that time. I have to say, I quite feel the same. But after taking this position, just shortly thereafter, Mr. Hickson and I talked about goals for the CTE department. And he said, I want to challenge you to develop and pursue an aggressive vision for CTE and for the expansion of what we're doing for our students. And I feel like we've done that, and we're going to continue to do that. So I'm going to be brief here, and we'll get down to the business of why we're here. But to echo what everyone said, we're very thankful to lots of different groups. Governor Lee and the General Assembly had a historic investment in career and technical education through the Innovative Schools grant model. That is in part how this project is funded. The Hawkins County Commission committed $2 million of ARPA funding, which is paying for the bulk of this project in particular. And then the Board of Education matched that $2 million. And so we're very grateful for all of those partners, grateful for our partnership with TCAT, with Northeast State, with Walters State, with TCAT. We've got partnerships all over the board. So I want to say this in closing before we go outside. We're not only celebrating the addition of a building and a couple of new programs today. Of course, that's exciting and that is what we're doing, but in a much bigger sense, we're celebrating a commitment, and I say this for the benefit of the students with us today, we're celebrating a commitment to your futures. And I want you to know, in this room, community, in the region, and across the state, you are surrounded by individuals and organizations that want nothing but the best for your future. They want nothing but to give you the knowledge and the skills that would allow you to set yourself on a path for success. So with that, I'm done talking, and if you want, let's go outside and put some shovels in the ground.
On three. 1, 2, 3.
All right,
Gotcha.
right here. 1, 2, 3.
Y'all are good.
Okay. Let's just throw some dirt at you, Jeff.
Yeah, that'd be good.
How we just throwing it out there?
Yeah, just right out front.
Tell us when.
1, 2, 3.
Yay.
That was perfect.
All right, everybody.
Ground is broke.
Thank you, everybody.